Hello again. In early August, when tensions were running very high in England following the death of 3 little girls, 2 men said very provocative things likely to inflame the situation further. One of these was a Labour councillor called Ricky Jones, who travelled all the way across London to go to Walthamstow and address a crowd in terms likely to result in violence. He was filmed speaking about people with whose political views he disagreed, and apparently saying that we need to cut their throats and get rid of them. This looked to the police like encouraging violent disorder, although to many ordinary people it sounded more like an incitement to murder. At any rate, he was arrested for allegedly encouraging violent disorder and remanded in custody. It now appears that he's been quietly released on bail, although the mainstream media have not reported this, and the police have kept quiet. It's a little odd because other people who said things a good deal milder than that were arrested, held in custody, and brought before the courts within days and then sent to prison for 2 or 3 years. One cannot help but wonder why this man, who was heard to say such a thing, was not also brought to trial swiftly in the same way. His next court appearance is not until January. I hate to use the now hackneyed expression two-tier justice, but that's certainly what it looks like. Then there is Nick Lowles of Hope Not Hate. The riots in England were started when false information was circulated on Twitter and elsewhere, blaming an asylum seeker for the deaths of the little girls. Quite rightly, the courts came down heavily on those spreading misinformation about this subject, in other words, relaying the rumours. What then of a man who claimed on Twitter that reports are coming in of acid being thrown out of a car window at a Muslim woman in Middlesbrough? Absolutely horrendous. It was completely false, and yet this incitement, it sounds like an incitement to Lord knows what, was read by 100,000 people at the height of the disturbances. Doesn't that sound like somebody intent on stirring up, well, I don't know what, Islamophobia, provoking an angry response to supposed violence against Muslims? Who knows? Step forward, Nick Lowles, head of Hope Not Hate, who was the one who posted this. He wasn't even arrested for his role in spreading dangerous and false rumours. Following the death of Peter Lynch in prison, it's good to reflect upon those who used words in an attempt to make matters worse during the rioting and are still walking the streets freely. We must hope that justice, of which Hope Not Hate and its leader are said to be inordinately fond, deals with this anomaly in due course.